続きまして、オシアナこと今井マリンさんによります桜島です。今井さん、よろしくお願いします。
こんにちは。鹿児島県日置市出身のオシアナこと今井マリンです。突然ですが、皆さんは鹿児島で火山灰に降られたことがある方は手を挙げていただいてもいいですか？はい、ありがとうございます。もう大体の方が手を挙げてくださってたんですけど、そうです。そこにある桜島の火山灰です。目に入ったり、髪がザラザラしたり、車が汚れて見えたり、特に県民にとっては嫌な記憶が残ります。ですが、桜島にはたくさんのいいことがあります。今からそれをお伝えするので、ぜひ最後まで聞いてほしいと思います。Dear everyone, during winter, Sakurajima's ash drifts toward Oceana, but in summer, it comes back. Once again this year, Sakurajima, has been wrapped in as usual, tirelessly traveling as Kagoshima residents. This is Kagoshima. Welcome to wonderful place. And yet, Sakurajima holds great meaning for the people of Kagoshima. Today, I'd like to talk about his charm from the perspectives of history, industry, and mythology. Around 29,000 years ago, a massive eruption formed what we now call the Island caldera, which is a huge depression created when underground magma erupted and the land collapsed. About 3,000 years later, eruption resumed on the southern edge of the Island caldera. With each blast of magma, the mountain slowly grew taller, and so the volcanic island of Sakurajima was born. He is a composite volcano made up of three main peaks: Kitadake, North Peak, Nakadake, Central Peak, and Minamidake, South Peak. In recent years, the main activity has been centered around Minamidake. The tallest Kitadake reaches 1,170 meters, and that's less than one-third the height of Mount Fuji. In short, he is not particularly large by national standards. But he is one of Japan's most active volcanoes. In the past, he recorded 996 explosive eruptions a year, the highest ever on record. Who born to his energy, he's caused more than a few dramatic incidents throughout history. In January 1914, an eruption began on his western slope. By the next day, lava began to pour out. The flow was so intense that by 3 weeks later, it had completely blocked the strait between Sakurajima and the mainland. As a result, Sakurajima, once an island floating in Kagoshima Bay, became connected to the ocean peninsula by land. He spewed out massive amounts of pumice and ash, severely disrupted underground pressure balances, and triggered fault movements that led to a magnitude 7.1 earthquake. The damage was devastating. Many houses and farmlands were destroyed, and nearly all crops were ruined. Even worse, 112 people were injured and 58 people died. Surprisingly, it said the ash even actually reached as far as the city of Senda in Miyagi Prefecture. To this day, he remains a powerful volcano, having already erupted in major forces 17 times. Faced with such overwhelming force, many people must have considered leaving. And yet, the people chose to stay and live with the fire mountain. As of April 2024, about 3,500 people still call the town of Sakurajima home. Historically, people have been living here since the German period. In exchange for his repeated eruptions, he has also offered many gifts. On the Shirasu Plateau, type of volcanic ash rain that covers much of southern Kyushu, people grow the world's heaviest daikon, Sakurajima daikon, the world's smallest mandarin, Sakurajima komikan, and biwa, logwas as well. He also shared his overflowing energy with us to hot springs. My personal recommendation is Onsen Yado Takarabako in Hamabira Jonai, Tarumi City. Actually, I used to work there, so yeah, go give them your money. Anyway, not all blessings are welcome. There are some we simply cannot be thankful for. Volcanic ash in the can. Hai, dozo! Ingredients: Sakurajima's falling ash, the suffering of Tarumi's residents. Contents: 100 cc's of unappreciated blessing from the sky. Not everything can be a benefit, but for the residents of Sakurajima, eruptions are just part of everyday life. Our lives exist alongside the volcano. In fact, I once drove home around Sakurajima and found myself saying, "What a great car! It's fucking great!" By the way, do you know where the name Sakurajima comes from? One theory suggests the name evolved from Sakuya Island to Sakura Island because the goddess Konohana Sakuya Hime is worshipped there. Konohana Sakuya Hime, a goddess of mountain, fire, and sake, is revered for armies in which she gave birth to 3 children inside the burning palace. Accused of infidelity, she set the palace ablaze to prove her children were divine and emerged safely with all 3. Her strength and unwavering will still inspire belief to this day. On Sakurajima, it is the mountain itself that is worshipped. All the shrines in the local villages are built facing the summit. This reflects a deep reverence for the volcano and the enduring connection between the people and the mountain. Across the sea, Sakurajima stands tall and unshaken, a force of nature that doesn't whisper but roars. With a thunderous blast, it hurls smoke into the sky, dominating the horizon. Its presence is overwhelming, as if daring us to respond, "Zaro Yukia human." Surely, he is Kagoshima's guardian spirit. He appears before us from any direction, always facing us, always guiding. Sakurajima is one of the rare places on Earth where you can feel the heartbeat of a living planet. Its eruptions, its ash, its blessings, they are all part of our lives. To live with Sakurajima, wouldn't they call that lucky? Sincerely yours. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。Perry Sensei, could you please give us some comments?
Thank you, Oceana, for a really interesting speech. I'm glad I got the chance to comment on this because when I first came to Japan, I lived for 5 years in Tarumizu.
Oh, really?
Yes, so when you had the can there and said that the ash contains the suffering of the residents, some of my suffering is in there too.
Yeah.
Because I also dealt with that. You mentioned that in summer the ash comes to Kagoshima, and then in winter it goes to Osumi. Mm-hmm. No, it's winter, it's spring, and it's fall.
Too much.
Yeah, and but yeah, I knew most of the history of the volcano. I've been to the visitor center there and the museum there, and it's very fascinating history. And it's I wasn't aware about the name though. I always thought it just came from cherry blossoms, but the history of there was very fascinating. I wasn't aware of all that history of the name of it.
Yeah, many histories.
But yeah, it's whenever I tell people that I live right near a volcano and that every now and then we get ash rain, they're terrified. They're like, "How can you live there?" I'm like, it's actually nice for most of the time, except for that. But yeah, the hot springs are very, very nice. I've been to Sakurajima many times and driven around. It's very beautiful. And yeah, we do get the world's largest daikon and the world's smallest mikan, which are nice little gifts that we get. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting life to be living so close to a volcano.
Yeah. Thank you.
学院長コメントをお願いいたします。
いや、立派な紹介でしたね、桜島ね。君、日本語で話せる、英語で話した方が自然ですね。世界の人々、僕はずっと通訳ガイドで桜島を紹介するときに、例外なく、なんでこんなに噴火する島に人が住んでるのかって必ず聞かれますね。ここ全部引き上げた方がいいのにって必ず言われます。それでも縄文の時代から人は住んでるんですよね。これが世界の人々にとっては不思議でしょうがないんだそうです。で、僕必ず言うんですけど、日本人は自然と一緒に生活することができるんですよと。時々火で襲うかもしれない、噴火で襲うかもしれないけど、全くその逆でそこに住んでいる人たちをまた自然は守ってくれるんです。だから自然に深い信仰を持っている人たちを自然は決して滅ぼすことはないんですよって言うと、なんか知ったふうなこと言ってるような顔して僕の話を聞いてますけどね。今度君がもう火山のね、広島の桜島の通訳ガイドとして行った方がいいかもしれないですね。今日のスピーチを全部してあげればいいですよね。今ヒストリーがね、この桜姫のヒストリーが私知らなかったと言いますけど、これヒストリーじゃなくてミソロジーですよね。ミソロジーとかレジェンド、そういうのはいろいろ日本にはいっぱいあるんですね。これはやっぱり神々の八百万の神々のいろんな伝承の中から生まれてきたようなお話ですけど、やっぱり自然と生きるっていうのはすごいですよね。だから日本人は自然とは切り離すことのできない民族だっていうことの例えば、メッセージが今日のスピーチだったような気がします。もうこれから君毎日英語を話してていいですからね。もう日本語話さなくてもいいかもしれません。はい、ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。